Hello, I'm Ollie from Bournemouth Meditation, and today is our introduction to breath. We're exploring the lateral fascial line. The lateral line, as it's often known, comes up from the side of the foot, up the anterior tibialis, comes up the side of the leg, blah, 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 all the way under the sides of the ribs, over the top of the ribs, and under the arm, and up the side of the neck. So this is about, well, side bending and this. So perhaps if you can reflect on life, when do we do this? When do we need to do this? It doesn't necessarily, as I think it through, seem like something we would need to do. Well, I guess we do need to do it, but we don't tend to do it. This would be, I guess in normal life, it would be sitting in bed and having to sort of turn out the light or reach over and grab something, a little bit of twisting in there as well. But yeah, this is the importance of it is knitting the front and the back together. You can imagine a kind of zigzag coming up, like little teeth holding the front and back. It's the bit that when it's not correct, you get people sort of coming forwards or leaning back, and the muscles in the spine having to overwork. You get a sort of pain in particularly the vertebra in the neck. That's where I experience it myself when I'm a bit tight and that on a day. So in terms of exercises, the thing we're going to do is warm up the sides of the body. We're going to use breath to stretch. In particular, you'll feel it in the vertebra and in the ribs. It can be quite intense. My side bend isn't great. And then we're going to play a few little tricks that you can use to open that up. Should anything be quite difficult for you, be gentle, perhaps sort of make it a bit smaller in terms of movement. A lot of this is going to be kneeling, so I know a lot of people can't kneel, so you can do all of these things standing using your sort of straight legs and on your feet. So let us begin. So kneeling or whatever position you can do. Close your eyes for a moment. And let us take 3 breaths. Three connecting breaths. What does that even mean, connecting? So just take the opportunity to feel as your breath comes in, where does it go? How does it ignite your body? Okay, let us warm up the sides first. So, taking an arm, you're going to reach it out to the side. On the floor is fine if you need it, otherwise out to the side. And with one palm, we're going to tap. Breathe in. Now as my hand comes up, my arm goes up. And then a gentle side bend and back down again. Other side. What we're doing is waking up all the muscles, all that connective tissue. One more on each side. Now, should you feel any particular pain? So today I feel good. Sometimes I can get it in my neck. You can even support the neck a little bit. I'll do it on the other side. Ooh, get a bit deeper stretch. This sort of shows me where I have a bit of imbalance. Okay, great. Next thing I'm going to do, both arms come up. Hold on to a hand. I know you can't see it, but pull. So I use my hand on my wrist and I lift it up and side bend. Okay, this is quite nice. We can hang out here for a little bit. So close your eyes. And you sort of come backwards and forwards as much as you need, but with closed eyes. Lift, pull that wrist up. See if you can stay on the seat bone here. On the seat bone, you reach away from it, keep pulling, lifting. You want to send the breath under the arm, under the lobe of the rib cage, whichever side that you're on, both front and in particular back. Last breath here. Let out a sigh on this one. So you see, if you just time-lapse that, my body like, going more and more and more. So now I feel like a banana on one side. Other lateral line. Reach both arms up. That's a deep inhale. Hold on to the wrist. side bend. So you can hold the breath a little bit, or you can even exhale, and as you exhale, it feels a bit tight for me in particular, and it makes me feel like I want to, I think, arch a little bit or fall forwards. I can't work out which, so just tune in for yourself. Again, head feels tired, let it rest. This should be a sort of restful stretch. If you need to return back to neutral, then do, otherwise stay. And use the breath to stretch. It makes me smile. So yes, it makes me, I can feel I want to rotate forwards and down. So that is all the fascia, all the attachments and what my body's used to. Perhaps I have a sort of tension that squeezes me together on this side. Oof. Let the breath out. Oh. Let's take a moment. And then move. So the movement. So I talk of a reed in the water. So what I'd like you to do here is as a reed in the water. From side to side. Now to begin with, keep it nice and sort of gentle. So small, and then what you want to do is feel, where are you leading from? So if I can hand it to you, I'd like you to lead from your hips. So if my hips go one way, then the spine moves, then the hips go the other way, and then the spine moves. So on my shins, I'm kind of rocking from one side to the other, and if you can, let the movement get deeper and bigger. The head, well, I guess you could sort of let it fall over, but that can feel a bit intense. So the more smooth. Now breath-wise, we're going to inhale for a few. Hold the breath. Just as long as you're able, and then exhale. Last one, deep inhale. And exhale. So then getting less and less. Be gentle as you open your eyes. I get a dizziness, but not one that makes me feel ill. More open would be the word I would use. So let the whole system, your nervous system, we're not necessarily used to doing this. So give it a moment to calm down. If you need to pause the video, then do. Okay, so we're now going to move on to the next one. So that is hips leading. Head is the next one. So imagine yourself like a snake. So rather than the snake being pulled by you, why you'd pull a snake, I don't know, but rather than pulling it by its tail backwards, now the head is like going in the opposite direction. So hips stay still, head goes to one side, and then the body moves. So it's subtle. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I'm going to pause again. I'll go in the other direction. So tilting the head and then leading with the head. So these are really important muscle memories or muscle movements that we can create memories from. So then close the eyes, same breath as before. Inhale, leading with the head, hold the breath. And then exhale. I feel a little bit less coordinated on this, so perhaps I'll make it smaller and then get bigger. There we go. Sort of feels more knitted. Oop, lost it. So that's good, yeah. Good for you to see. It's okay to lose it, just come back to center and then start again. This is like a, I don't know, some sort of music video, a very boring one, but it feels quite nice. All right, so come back to center. Shut your eyes. And just take in how it feels. So like I said, this is about knitting the sides, or knitting the front and the back together. As I breathe, yeah, it's interesting. I can feel more into the spine. All right, so my knees ache a little bit. I imagine yours do too. So we're going to take the legs out, shake them a little bit. So as I said, if you need to not be on the knees, you can do the standing. But for today's video, this is going to be all kneeling. You can even kneel upright. I'll show you what that looks like. It'll just be like this. But anyway, I'm off screen, so down I come. So the next one, okay, this is a game that can be difficult to do in the sense that we're going to go across to one side. Now you may want a pillow to prop yourself up here, but we're going to go to one side. Right, that's that. And then we're going to see if we can get up and then go over to the other side. These are all the lateral muscles working front and back. So I remember when I first did this, it was like trying to grab. But if your body was able to do it, sort of knit it together and come back to neutral, and then the other side, you're going to have one side more easily able to do this than the other. So repeat. If you find yourself, oh, I can do this easy, good for you. You'll find a lot of people can't do this. Last one on the other side. Okay, we're going to put a stretch into this. So inhale to one side, holding onto the leg. This arm comes up and side bend. So it's about keeping that opposite hip down and reaching up. This arm holds and pulls a little bit. If you can, this arm also comes up and draws it across. That is nice. Deep breath here. If my body wants to come forward, stay neutral. And if you can, arms stay up. Center. Other side. So find that stretch. You can hold on. Arm comes up to the side. Reach. Other hand reaches up. Pull. Breathe in here. And then exhale. Up to neutral. Last one. So the arms down. This sort of helps to pull. If you have very tight hips, you get this kind of like lifting. It kind of feels like you can go forwards or backwards. So you could pull to bring yourself over. It's a little bit easier. Deep breath in. See if you can really send that breath evenly down, back, middle, front. A little bit more of a side bend if you can. Last one, other side. This is nice. For me anyway, so if it's too much, just go back to the beginning. Maybe stay with those. Shouldn't feel any pings in your spine or neck. Release the arms. Shake a little bit. With closed eyes, come back into your breathing. You can really use the breath to recalibrate, to let front and back and sides knit together. And then open eyes. Welcome back. All right, so that is it for today. If you have any questions for those, and particularly you may want to go for a bit of a walk, particularly that rotating is going to help a little bit. Let these arms, I don't know if you walk like this, you should. But this is really helpful just to sort of let the brain and the muscles recompute themselves back together again. So I realize we've left you a little bit open, so enjoy that experience rather than always in the classes, by the way, we open something and then we close it by the end. But this is open. So yeah, if you have any questions about it, then do message us back either here or on bournemouthmeditation.co.uk. This is the Lateral Line. We'll be doing it tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. on Zoom. We're new to Zoom this week, so we're giving it a go. A little bit of music, a little bit of dancing. I say dancing, like body patting, waking up all the body systems. So hope you enjoyed today. We'd love to hear how you get on. Enjoy the rest of your week.